Good morning, USC. I'm Ashley Epperson.
I'm Hannah Perella.
And I'm Ward Jollis.
Coming up this morning, some Google employees walked out of work today in protest. We have the reason why.
Students lined up at Columbia apartment complex yesterday morning. The reason why students were shocked when they got to the leasing office.
And later we'll have a look at your latest weather and weekend forecast.
Also, we get the pleasure of sitting down with SGTV's own Holly Kuldell to talk about her upcoming comedy show.
All that and more coming your way on Friday Morning Live.
Live from the Kennedy Greenhouse Studio. Feel good. Feel informed. Feel Friday. This is Friday Morning Live.
Typically, midterm elections tend to attract older voters, but there's evidence that that is changing. A poll from the Harvard Institute of Politics shows that 40% of 18 to 29-year-olds definitely plan to vote in Tuesday's midterm election. This percentage is higher than those from both the 2010 and 2014 midterm polls. 23 million voters have already cast their ballots early. Classes have been canceled Tuesday in order to allow USC students to vote and make their voices heard.
Thousands of Google employees across the nation walked out of offices around the world on Thursday in protest of how the company handled sexual misconduct claims by employees. The backlash started after reports showed that company executives received massive payouts over the years, despite being credibly accused of sexual misconduct on several occasions. The walkouts began in Asia, starting at 11 a.m. in respective time zones across the world and continued throughout the day.
USC's own CJ Lake got married Monday evening at Spirit Communications Park. Her wedding was special for more than one reason.
One-of-a-kind wedding for a one-of-a-kind couple. Last night, CJ and John Tomasco received a wedding unlike any other. A wedding entirely coordinated by students. Students like Riley McGinty.
Just kind of signed up for it, not really knowing what was going to go on. Then found out the first day it was going to be a real wedding, and we were going to be broken up into committees that very first day. So we took about, I think it was 38 students in the class, broke them up into like 12, 14 different committees. Everybody had their job and roles. Every different group had a GM that was in charge of keeping their wedding in order.
It's part of a class at USC's College of Hospitality, Retail, and Sports Management. Each semester, the students pick a couple out of 50 applicants and plan almost every aspect of the wedding, from the location to the reception, even to where the bride gets her dress. This year, the students had the couple get married at Spirit Communications Park. Out of the 50 applicants, Rylan says CJ's application won them over easily.
They most embodied like what it meant to be a USC student. CJ's awesome. She actually works for the university, so it was even like better.
The couple were beyond grateful for the work that was put into making their wedding happen.
We love this city and this community so much, and have so far been so blown away by all of the kindness that we've seen so far.
For SGTV News 4, I'm Daniela DeRobio.
Kicking off November, Columbia Animal Services has dubbed the month Adopt a Senior Pet Month. Officials say that all adoption fees on cats and dogs over the age of 5 will be waived. All adoptions include the microchipping process, as well as all initial vaccines and other health services. This special will be going on all month at the Columbia Animal Services Shelter located at 127 Humane Lane. For more information, you can contact Columbia Animal Services at 803-706-7837 or Lexington Animal Services.
It's the time of year where USC students hurry to sign leases for the next school year, but for some students yesterday, the process was even more of a pain than usual. Dozens of students lined up around the block at Empire, a 688-bedroom apartment complex just blocks from campus. Students started lining up around 6 a.m. before the leasing office opened at 10, but just 5 minutes before the leasing office opened, applicants got an email saying rent and parking costs were increasing. Also, the later in the day the students signed their lease, the more it would cost. Empire uses a tiered leasing system so students who commit early pay less than people who commit later. Empire says their application was due Wednesday, which is why the prices have increased so fast.
The Student Health Center got a facility dog over the summer. SGTV's Tom Santinello has the latest.
got those sad
After
eyeballs.
6 weeks of training, USC Student Health Services gladly welcomed back their new therapy dog, Indy. Indy is a 9-month-old English cream golden retriever who will hold wellness events on campus and office hours with her handler, Justina Sayuba. This good girl was trained at the Dog Knowledge in Charlotte to prepare for her new job on campus.
They really focused more so on training her to be well behaved in public. So as you can see right now, even with all the distractions, she's sitting down pretty settled. She's really good on walks now. She'll stay in her place, so if we tell her to do that, it's really important that more so it's about behavior management, not really being willing to dart off, more so being not afraid of different situations, new things that'll arise. Health services.
Students can visit Indy throughout the week to decompress and take their mind off schoolwork.
One of the really important things that we thought about when bringing Indy to campus was we know that students are homesick, and we know that a lot of the times one of the first things they miss is their dog. So Indy really helps to foster a lot of connections, a lot of relationships. Not only does she absolutely help to reduce stress by being pet on and loved on, so we know that that helps students, but it helps with that connection piece.
Make sure you check out the Student Health Services Twitter page at UofSCSHS for Indy's office hours and updates on events.
Oh, you got a
For
good one.
SGTV News 4, I'm Tom Santinella.
Good morning, Carolina, and happy Friday. I'm your meteorologist, Ward Jollis, and let's take a look at the weather across the country today. As you can see, we're looking at about average temperatures across the United States for this time of year. We have down here in Columbia 73, up in New York and Washington, we're also in the low 70s, which is pretty mild for this time of year, actually. Ranging anywhere from upper 40s in Minneapolis down to the low 80s in the Southwest, Phoenix, Los Angeles. Now let's take a look at your weather across the state right now. We're looking at, again, pretty mild temperatures for this time of year. 66 up in Greenville up there. Aiken, 71, 73 in Columbia, and 75 in Florence across the Midlands. And we're looking at pretty nice temperatures at the coast, 76 in Charleston and Myrtle Beach. But the real action is what's coming later today. As you can see, we have this broad area of showers and storms coming in from the northwest later this afternoon. That'll come in at about 3 p.m., lasting about through 7 or 8 tonight. But once they're gone, all of that stormy weather will be gone, and we'll have a beautiful weekend outlook for you. Here is your weather for this weekend. We have scattered thunderstorms later this afternoon. Remember, find your safe space and watch out for those. Those will bring gusty winds and heavy rain at some times. But like I said, that'll bring some beautiful sunny weather through the weekend. Saturday, partly cloudy, mostly sunny on Sunday, in the upper 60s for those 2 days. And then those scattered storms will come back in on Monday. Remember to set your clocks back on Sunday night because it is daylight savings time. That's all I have for you right now. Later, after the break, we will have an exclusive interview with Carolina Tonight executive producer, Holly Kuldell.
Welcome back. I have with me Holly Kuldell, who is also a part of SGTV. How about you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, first of all, I'd just like to do a big shout out to my dad because it is his birthday today. Shout out Chip, he's great. But a little more about me. I am a junior here. I'm a media arts major with a theater minor, and I want to go into comedy when I graduate.
Okay, and can you tell us a little bit about the show and the cast?
Yes, so I run the show called Carolina Tonight. It's a live sketch comedy show similar to Saturday Night Live. We do 3 live shows a semester, and then in between each of those live shows, we film and post a digital short. So those are better if we, can't logistically do a sketch on stage. We can do it in sort of a, film version.
Mm-hmm. And how can students keep up with these digital shorts or any behind-the-scenes content you guys create?
It's all on our social media, so the shorts and the live shows are on YouTube and Facebook. We go live on Facebook, and then we post them afterwards on YouTube and Facebook as well. Mm-hmm. And all the shorts are there too, and we've always got behind-the-scenes stuff on Twitter and Instagram.
Okay, and then what would you say is your favorite part about doing the show, or do you have a favorite moment or anything?
I would say my favorite part is when my cast is backstage during the show, but I'm an audience working with all the tech people, and so sometimes they'll come on and improv a joke that I haven't heard yet, and it crushes, and I just love that. It makes me so happy. And I think that everybody should come to our next live show. It is next Thursday, November 8th, 9:30 p.m., Russell House Theater. $3, but we take Venmo and cash.
Well, there you go. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
No problem, of course. Don't forget to go to Carolina Tonight this upcoming Thursday. Thank you for tuning in to Friday Morning Live. Be sure to watch every week from our Facebook page live, Friday mornings at 9:30 a.m. Also, be sure to follow SGTV at USC on Twitter. I'm Hannah Farella. See you next week, Carolina.